G'day, welcome to the show. Salt Covers here. Bit of a bloodbath in the Wnba since we last recorded on Friday. It is Sunday, and yeah, you can see a lot of red on my screen. The results were quite poor, however, I thought the process was really good. All of those bets that you see on screen, they all closed ahead of the closing number, so long term, we're going to win out as long as we keep making bets like we did on screen. They won't always be red. We have 6 bets locked into this 5-game card, so lots of action, lots of bets that are well and truly ahead of the closing number, so I expect the results to be a lot better today. Make sure you like the video, comment, subscribe. Go follow me on Twitter, @SaltCovers. Get these bets as I place them. We have 2 bets that I've placed today that have absolutely crushed the current numbers, and I expect them to... I don't expect the numbers to move anymore from where they are currently. Looking back, we had the under between the Lynx and the Dream. That total closed at 156.5, so it was a good ticket, but both teams just lit it up. Game went to overtime. Not much we can do there. We had the Dallas Wings, both moneyline and against the spread versus the Fever. Fever in a back-to-back spot. Again, good tickets there. That spread closes at 2. Moneyline closes at the plus 120 or plus 130 range. We did cash the over between the Liberty and the Mercury. That was just a sweat-free bet. That total finished around 200, I believe. Closing number was 168.5, so that was good to see. And our just a horrific beat was the Storm minus 18. Storm up by 31 with 6 minutes to go in that game. They end up winning by 16. We got bent over and backdoored in that game. The line closed at 19.5, so again, a bet I would place every single time. You tell me I can bet a minus 18 that closes at 19.5. I'll take that every day, including Sunday. Let's have a look at the current odds and my own projections for these games. So, first, we have the Liberty and the Dream.
One pair of pants later.
Liberty and Dream. Apologies for that. We had to go place another bet, so now we've gone like 6 or 7 bets down. All of them ahead of the market. What could possibly go wrong? As per this game, Liberty at Dream, both teams coming off a loss. Liberty coming off a game where they gave up 100 points to the Phoenix Mercury. Dream coming off an overtime loss. We saw this spread open at Liberty minus 4.5. Now at Liberty minus 1. There are even some pick'ems. Like, it's pretty much even odds either side. So clearly a dream market in this one. My numbers certainly agree with that. I've got this at a pick'em as well. Whilst I did not get the best of the number, I did place a Dream money line. Got that down for 1 unit, got it at plus 115. So that's still a really good bet considering where the current numbers are. Jonquel Jones is still out for this Liberty team. They haven't covered in 5 straight games. They've been really bad against the spread. No Jonquel Jones. This team is struggling to defend. And then Sabrina, she's been shooting very poorly lately as well. Looking at the total, we seen it open at 166.5. It did creep up a little bit, up to 168. Now, as came crashing down, we see here at 165 at Bet365. I'm on the under. I got it 165.5. You can still go get that at FanDuel as well. I do like playing under where we've got 2 strong teams coming off losses. We have the Dream, who play the slowest pace in the league. We've got, even though no Jonquil Jones, we've got two like good defensive teams here. So under 165.5 still available at FanDuel. I've got that down for 1 unit. Next, we have the LA Sparks and the Chicago Sky. We saw this spread open at 6. It is now at 8. My numbers have this at 6, basically 7. And we even see some sharp books at 8.5. I'm holding a Sparks -6. So my numbers don't like love this play, but it was basically just a market read. Most of the market was at 7, just picked up a 6. Like, not gonna put my opinion doesn't count when you can grab a 6 where the market's at 7. I do like this spot for the Sparks, as this is like a revenge matchup for them. I mean, we're on them against the Sky when they played in Chicago about a week ago. We were holding a money line at -115 that closed at a -6 spread, so that one's still fresh in my mind. But the biggest thing is like we saw the Sparks close as 6-point favorite, 5.5, 6-point favorites in Chicago. Now we're playing in LA. The Chicago Sky don't have Camila Cardosa. Why was this spread 6? Like, again, like, very simple. Like, we've switched home courts. Like, that should count for something. Like, of course the spread was going to move out to 8. So we certainly got the best of it there. Unfortunately, this spread is now priced out. I think the only way you can look now is to play the Sky. I personally won't be. I'll be writing this one out. So Sparks -6, 1 unit. Again, go follow me on Twitter. Get these bets as I place them. Looking at the total, we saw it open at 169.5. Now at 167. Looks like an under market emerging. My numbers can't get there. I've got this at 169.5. We've got the best over team in the league in the Sparks. 2 horrific defenses in this game. I can't really play an under here. Let's move on to the Aces and the Mercury. So we saw this spread open at 5. It got as high as 8. Went all the way up to Mercury -8 at some spots, now back at 6. So my numbers have this at Mercury -7.5. What am I holding? I'm holding Aces +8. In terms of this spot, I think this is a great opportunity to buy low on the Aces. Like, their market value is like rock bottom. Like, they've gone from like sky high to rock bottom in a matter of like literally just 2 games. Like, they come off being 8.5-point favorites against the Mystics, where they had no business being that heavy favorites. Like, they should have been like 5-point favorites, 6-point favorites. They had no business being 8-point favorites against the Mystics, and now they're 8-point underdogs. Like, we've just seen a big market swing in the value of this Aces team. I think they're a bit undervalued now. So I picked up an Aces +8, got that down for 1 unit. So holding a +8, that's now a +6. That's beautiful work by myself. So the entire market's either at 6 or 6.5. So I expect this to close anywhere between 6 and 7. Aces +8 is not appearing again. So look at the total. We saw this open at 166.5. It got as high as 168. Now back at 166. My numbers like the under in this game. I'm holding an under 168 in this market. So I got that down for 1 unit. Total looks like it's starting to creep up a little bit. Let's just refresh my screen, see what it's at now. It's at 167. So looking like a bit of buyback action at that 166 mark. 166.5 mark. I still like the under in this one. Like, we've We've got the Mercury, who are coming off like their best win of the season. This is another reason to fade them. They're coming off the best win of the season against the Liberty. Aces coming off like the worst loss of the season. Those are two angles that I love to play, both the aces and the under. Mercury certainly aren't going to shoot as well as they did in their last game. So best available price for the under is, I think it's at FanDuel. Yeah, you can get an under 167.5 at FanDuel. That is the best available price, and I would go grab that. In fact, I've actually got 1.5 units. I bought some more on this. I got under 168 and under 167.5. So 1.5 units placed across both of those bets. Let's have a look at the next game, where we have the Minnesota Lynx, 20-point favorites hosting the Sun. Just some wild spreads here. So 19.5. Yeah, my numbers have this at 24.5. Now, this is tough because like I'm a little bit pissed off. Like I'm a little bit hesitant to go ahead and back the long number against the Sun after getting burnt in that last game. Now, the Lynx, they're a much better team than the Storm, but on the other hand, like the Lynx, they may be looking ahead to the Commissioner Cup final versus the Fever. We won't be covering that game today. We'll cover it on Tuesday. Yeah, we'll cover it on Tuesday. So yeah, although my numbers like the Lynx, I know that like anyone who's trying to originate numbers for the WNBA would have the Lynx as around 21, 22, 23 point favorites. I'm just hesitant to click submit on this bet because the Lynx, they have no reason to win this game by 20. They have a much more important matchup coming up in a few days against the Fever for the Commissioner's Cup, so I'm most likely going to be sitting this one out. Looking at the total, we saw it open at 154.5. Now at 155. My numbers do like the under. It is a very low total, so this number right here is actually the best available price. It's not a bad bet to place, but in terms of the market movement, there just hasn't been much there. Hasn't been much there in the total. Hasn't really been too much in the spread. I mean, we did see it get as high as like 21.5, so I've got nothing on this game. Just a bit of a gross game. Please do not watch it. Probably do not bet it as well. Last game on the card, we got the Storm in Golden State. That Golden State crowd is crazy, man. Like they're selling out the Chase Center for WNBA games. That's just awesome to see. Awesome to see that they're a very popular team. Like their franchise valuation is like they're priced as being worth more money than the Liberty, which is pretty crazy. But I mean, if you're going to be selling out home games with 18,000 fans, like your franchise value is probably going to be more than the Liberty, who probably don't sell out Barclays Center ever. Maybe if Caitlin Clark is in the arena. So as per this game, we saw the spread open at 5. It is now at 5.5. We see some 6s there as well. So my numbers have this at Storm -3.5. I still think, like, yeah, my numbers, obviously, they're based on the full season, where the Valkyries, they've been catching people off guard. They've been playing a bit over their heads, considering a good chunk of their rotation is out at Eurobasket right now. So I don't have much here in terms of the spread. Like I was saying last episode, I think the Valkyries are priced out now. Even though my numbers loved them against the Sky, I didn't play it, and I'm glad I didn't, because the Sky lost, but they covered. And yeah, I think the Valkyries are priced out, and if anything, you should be looking to fade them going forward. In this spot, it does look like there has been some market the market has been favoring them. We have seen the market move towards them. I just can't get there and backing them. Look at the total. We saw this total has just been a freaking roller coaster. So, open at 157.5. It got up as high as 161.5. Now back at the opening number 157.5. So my action, I picked up an under 158.5. So I certainly did not get the best of it. I was not fast enough to pick up an under 160 or an under 159, but we're on the under 158.5. My numbers do like the under in this matchup. Best available price is at right here at Bet365. Most of the market is at 157, so I'll leave that with you as to whether you want to play it. Let's have a look at our best bets, where I actually have to add one to my screen. Now this might not even fit. So Seattle at Golden State under 158.5. So we've got a loaded card, absolutely loaded card here today. But as we look at all these bets, every single bet on this screen is ahead of the market. Yep. Every single, if you're looking at Circa's lines, bookmakers lines, every single bet on this screen is at a better price than what you can currently get it. So what could possibly go wrong? In terms of best available bet, it is the under between the Dream and the Liberty. You can get that at FanDuel. And then the under between the Aces and the Mercury. Both of those numbers are still available. If the games were starting right now, you would be closing ahead of where Bookmaker or Circa has these lines. So that, yeah, I definitely would go ahead and play them. But we're holding some really good tickets today, so I hope you did tail some of them, like Aces +8. That number is not going to appear again before tip-off. Sparks -6. That number is not going to appear before tip-off. Green money line. I don't think that's gonna get back. I think this game's gonna stay around to pick them. So we're holding some great tickets. Let's see how the results pan out. Until next time, let's get the milk salty.